Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm excited to announce that we are recording for episode 2 of SNAPShot. This series that we began probably around a week ago now has done absolutely amazing. I've had non-stop comments from people that have come through to my Twitch. If you haven't already seen it, twitch.tv/Stallion. Please click that follow button. I would really appreciate it. And they've come through and said, you know, how the tips have helped them improve, how they've never really thought about, you know, even utilizing or using the radar in different ways that I have in terms of looking at things like movement, strafing, different gun builds and whatnot, and just different tactics that they've learned from episode 1 of SNAPShot to improve their gameplay. And we're going to be bringing that into episode 2 of SNAPShot today. Now, today's edition is going to be focused on two things: movement and strafing. What I mean by strafing, movement, I mean how you can outplay your enemies by moving adjacently to the way that you're shooting. So, for example, an enemy is shooting you, you move left and right, bob up and down, jump shotting, drop shotting, sliding into shots, sliding out of shots, slide cancelling. All these different things make it really, really unpredictable to know what you're going to be doing as a player or as a COD player. Because if you're just running at somebody in a straight direction or just standing still while shooting at someone, you make it 10 times easier for them to kill you. And you'll notice that the best players in the game have flawless movement and they just jet set move whilst also taking people out at the same time. The way that today's video is going to work, and thank you to any constructive criticism that you guys have been providing me, I'm now going to be using a red pen to highlight everything that you see on the map. We're going to do zoom ins of the map when we do like the circles and we show you the arrows and my thought process behind everything. We're going to be doing 5 clips once again, plus 1 bonus clip. We're going to go into as much detail as possible to let you guys know exactly my thought process and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And we're going to watch each clip back slowly without any audio to do the evaluation, and then we're going to watch it back in full screen and full speed with audio on, so you can see exactly how the clip plays out, you know, in normal time. So thank you so much for everybody who did tune into the first one. We're gonna make this one even better. Let's roll into the first clip. All right, so as we go into the SNAPShot screen and we have our red epic pen ready, we're gonna open up and we're gonna analyze at the start of every single one of these clips the situation. All right, the situation is important. We need to look at exactly what is going on before this clip even starts. Okay, so if we look here and we're circling our teammates, we're currently playing domination on shoot house, and we have what I like to call the empty spots, and we're going to be referring to these throughout the video: empty spot, and empty spot. My teammates are generally covering the right hand side of the map right here on shoot house, and we have C and B already taken. So I know that that area generally behind me, unless I get really unlucky on a spawn right behind me here, is generally covered. And I see that the enemy has the A flag right here, so I know I need to push up and try and make some form of play. Now, when I go around this corner, you'll see the opportunity presents itself, and we'll see the play that I make and what I do. And we're also going to analyze the way that the play is made here. This is one of my actual favorite clips right now, so I'm glad we get to touch up on this one. So as I go around this corner, I see this guy straight away. I've seen this guy behind the sandbag. Let me grab the pen out again. You see this guy right here. So in my mind, I know this guy is here. However, I know this guy is making a jolt for the middle of the map. I want to take him out whilst also taking this guy out. Now, if I stand exactly in this direction right here, the guy behind the sandbag is going to kill me, all right? And I have no idea who's also potentially behind this wall that's right here. So I'm having to think about 3 to 4 different things at one time, even if I just want to kill this guy who's directly in front of me, okay? So as we roll the clip forward and show you guys how it's all played out, I move around, and you see how I'm using this block to my left as cover. All right, so rewinding the clip back just very slightly. As I'm shooting this guy, I am using this block right here as cover, so I can try and take out the guy who was in front of me right here. He's now ran behind the wall, so I tried to go in the nade, end up getting an assist, so I know he's been taken out. Now, in this process, another enemy has presented themselves. So as we scroll back and look through the clip, you can see here, there's an enemy who's head glitching over at the wall. All right, and this enemy is going to present himself a very big problem if I don't get behind some cover now. So this block right here has now become more important than ever. This block right here is pretty much what's going to keep me alive from these 2 enemies whilst also taking out this last guy. So I've seen that this last guy has just died, and I know that the assist has come through, so I know I can keep pushing and moving on to these guys. So I throw the nade over the top to try and take out the original guy. I've moved myself into a position now where neither of the 2 guys to my left can kill me. Seen the situation develop here. Now, first thing that's in my mind is if I push right, if I go around the right-hand side here, I'm going to have to take out both these guys at the same time. I've got one guy behind the sandbag, I've got one guy behind the wall, and both of these guys are going to shoot me directly. Now, by using this position of this corner of this rock, I know if I move left, I can actually isolate both of the enemies, take one out, and then look to take the other one out as well. It's very smart, but it's very quick. It's hard to notice when in game that this is actually what's taking place. So have a look at how the situation develops here. I know this guy's there. I'm already pre-firing to get the advantage. I've got a grenade that comes over. So not only am I taking this guy out, I'm having to now move to the other direction to get away from this grenade. So it has to be all done very quick or I'm literally dead. All right, and as I move around here, I jump shot, and that enemy has lost focus onto me because he either thinks I'm going to die from the grenade or he thinks I'm going to go die to the guy behind the sandbags. So I now come out and jump shot, shred away in this whole process. We have another enemy who's now appeared into the picture. This is 4 different enemies here. And I know by looking at my ammo, when I've got 1 shot left, after killing this guy behind the wall, if I even attempt to try and shoot at her right now, I'm probably going to end up dying in this situation. So let's have a look at how I play this one out. So take this guy out. Realize the ammo situation, run behind the cover. Once again, that has kept us alive through this whole process. Now I've switched to my pistol. If you've not played COD 4, you know that the pistol is quicker than reloading, all right? Captain Price told us so. So you change the pistol, slide into the situation, 1 burst with a little bit of help from a teammate who's flanking around behind of A, and we've completely cleared out the area on the enemy spawn. Now I've got a teammate who is directly in front of me. You can't see it quite on the radar, but he's right up there at the top of A. I've got a teammate who's covering from this side, and we still have a C and B in cover. So unless, again, I get enemies that are going to spawn behind me here, I know we can push forwards. We've absolutely pinched this area. We've removed all issues from here, and A should be an absolute easy capture. Okay? So let me just forward onto the clip. Let's see if there's anything else that happens on this clip. But I believe that's the end of the scenario, and we end up taking over this area. So that is it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what this clip looks like in full speed, and we're going to turn on the audio to see how fast this actually happens in real game time. All right, check it out. Wait, are you the Master Chief? Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go, baby. Woo. Reactions, map awareness, using the map areas as cover. This block right here is my savior in this entire clip. You need to be using them as cover. You can't be standing out in the open when taking shots. You have no idea where enemies are going to pop from. And if I see that all my teammates are all behind me on the map and that the enemy has only the A flag, it's most likely that they're going to be spawning there. So you want to be using this as cover while taking out enemies at different times. And also making sure that you've got a good secondary gun on so that you can deal with any horrible situations that might come up, like that last kill that presented itself. So that's clip number 1. I hope you guys found some value in that. That's one of my favorite clips right now, especially when it comes to movement and strafing. Next, we're going to move into another clip, and this is what I call the jump nasty strafe. Now, if we're going to have a look at the situation of what happens here, obviously we're on shipment, and we're running the Grau and the Renetti. So I see this enemy already directly right here. And actually, before we even talk about this, we're going to go with the situation analysis again, right? So I've got a teammate in front of me, teammate in the middle. Enemy team have a Harrier, so we're in a pretty high alert situation right here. I've got an enemy right here on my left, and potentially even enemies behind me, or even spawning behind me, potentially directly looking at me. So I know, or I'm thinking in my mind, to cover this whole area off here, all I've got to do is get in line with this barrel to stop anybody looking down that route from shooting me, so I can deal with the situation that's in front of me. Again, I'm using the map, using the awareness, using the big crates or containers to protect me whilst dealing with the situation that is currently in front of me. All right, so let's have a look and see how this one's played out. I move slightly forward, so I'm behind that container. We're gonna pause the audio for this one. And as he's shooting my teammate, I know he's going to snap onto me because my teammate has moved behind the container that's behind me. Now, I literally jump over this guy's bullets and go for the leg shot. Arguably, I could have gone for a higher chest shot. Obviously, it was quite a hard shot to take because I'm already moving as well. But as he goes for these shots, I literally jump over his bullets and take him down with the Grau. All right, this guy's literally spamming his shots, makes it quite easy for me to know where he's going to be shooting next, jump over his shots and go through there. Now, as I move around this corner, there are several decisions that I could be taking here. Now, again, with this Harrier in the air, and I see this enemy, might be quite hard to see for you guys, but I've circled it, and that enemy could be looking down towards this side here, towards the yellow container, which is right here. There could even be somebody in there. Now, this whole map, once again, or this whole side of the map, as we like to refer, is the quiet spot right here. There's no one on this side, and there's no one down here or across here as well. So they are what I class as right now the quiet spots. And unless I get really unlucky with somebody to my left, that's where the enemies are going to be. So I have two decisions here. Do I move through the middle, or do I move through here? There's no point me going backwards because I can see all my teammates right here spawning. No, I'm not really going to get anything achieved by going backwards unless I look down towards the hard point. But I know I want to make a direct move towards the hard point right now. Okay, so as we remove the arrows, let's have a look at how the situation plays out. Rather than risking it with the left-hand side, I move towards my teammates, and straight away an opportunity presents itself with an enemy right here. Tries to take out a teammate, so we're going to have a look and see how this one plays out and what it is that I do to take out this guy who's in front of me here. So we drop into a drop shot, slide into a drop shot, just in case he changes his aim to me. Now, during this whole process, an enemy has appeared to my left. You can literally see him right here on the corner. And I know that unless I do something very, very quickly after killing this guy, I'm going to be presented with a situation where I'm going to die. And there's nothing I'm going to be able to do about it. And I've seen that my ammo, if you have a look in the bottom right-hand corner, is down to 5. 5 out of 180. There's no chance I'm going to get, unless I manage to melee this guy to death, that I'm going to get to kill this guy by reloading. And the chances of meleeing him in a game where the time to kill is so low is very, very, very low. The only situation I've got here, I need to change to a pistol. All right, straight away. I need to change to a pistol or this is going to be a dire situation. There's no way we're going to survive this. So let's see how it plays out. As I kill him and this guy slides in, I dodge his second R9 bullet. Now that one's really important. He manages to hit his first shot. I don't know how he's even hit the shot. Maybe on my foot or something. But I jump whilst moving and then jump again to make it as hard as possible for this guy to hit me. So in this whole process, I've literally slid into a drop shot, into a stand-up, straight swap, into a jump shot strafe, and jump shot again to avoid a second R9 bullet. There's about 8 different actions that happen there, and what it does, it ends up getting me a really nice triple kill in the end of the situation. So have a look at, see how this one plays out. We're going to turn the volume up, and we're going to put it at full pace as well. So let's see how it goes. Jump shot. Fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Slide, drop shot, straight into a pistol. Extremely quick. And you hear the reaction at the end where I go, and how much of a takeout that was. All right, we ended up taking the 3-piece there. Could have easily died from the first, could have died to the second, could have died to the third, but using proper management, once again, utilizing strafe, learn to do slide shots, learn to do jump shots, jump between shots, make it hard for the enemy to hit you. If you hit that second R9 bullet from that shotgun, I was dead no matter what. So we made it as hard as possible for the enemy to take us out, and the result was we ended up getting the 3-piece without dying at all. Okay, so next we're going to move on to the next clip, and this one is on Shoot House, and here I'm currently using the MP5. So let's have a look at once again at situation. Again, I'm always looking at the map. The map is just so important. I cannot specify enough to you guys, especially if you're a core player, that not enough people look at this map at all times. I always have like a second eye watching that map to see the situation and what's going on around me. I can see I have a teammate to my right here. I know I've got teammates covering from behind me generally. There could be somebody in the point, but I can see the flag currently is white right now, which presents to me that nobody's behind me, or potentially at least in the point right now. So unless an enemy's up behind our flank, I'm thinking 99% of the chance in the quiet spots, as we refer to again, the enemy is going to be over here at the C flag or towards that kind of area, or even in the offices potentially. So let's, as we rewind this through the arrows, let's see how this one plays out. So I take out the first guy who's in front of me, doesn't quite see me in the situation. And then I look up because I hear shots coming from the office, and he's obviously seen me take his teammate out. I managed to react first, kill him. Now, in the back of my mind, I can see that the hard point has now become yellow, and yellow means it's been contested, which means that my teammate's in there, as you can clearly see, but there's also an enemy in there somewhere. So I know in the back of my mind that I've got a teammate here covering my back, and a teammate here who's coming through to get to the point, and a teammate here that's covering scrapyard. However, I am now exposed from behind, or somebody potentially coming through C. So I know my option here, I could have either moved right to take a defensive stance, or I could have gone left to take an aggressive stance. And you'll see the decision I make in a second, and why I decided to make that decision as well. All right, as I kill this guy, I start taking shots. Now at this point, once you start taking shots in a game like this where time to kill is so low, I feel like if I made any other situational move right here, I'm dead. All right, so if I tried to go for office up to the top of these stairs, I could have taken an extra bullet and died. If I tried to go around to the right-hand side to get my teammate, I potentially could have died. I need to seek my closest exit, which is right in front of me right here. All right, because I know what the time to kill is. I've played this game enough now, and I know exactly what my limits are. And watch how low we get as we get out of this situation. Just watch this. All right, must be literally one shot at that point. I'd slid and jumped through to the door to get me through as fast as possible. Now, Look at that, slide, jump, and my head is down. Now, the reason that I do this may not seem like much to people, but the reason that I put my head down right here, this is a Halo 3 trick. Headshots do more damage. You put your head down, somebody's shooting behind you, if they hit you with a headshot, they're gonna kill you in 3 times less or 2 times less bullets. So I put my head down and I slide and I jump and I managed to get out with around 1 HP in the situation. And now I turn this into a situation for my favor. Straight away, alarm bells are ringing as I get through this door. All right, I'm moving through this corridor and an enemy has appeared. Now with this health that I've got right here, you think, this is literally suicide if I try and fight this guy right now. I could have easily gone straight towards him, given him an opportunity to try and kill him, or I could move around the right-hand side, but if he sees me also going around here, he's going to know exactly where I'm going to be, and he even could get the upper hand on me as well. So we end up turning a bad situation to one that fits into our advantage as well. So what I do is I pretend to move around this, remove around this crate or box or whatever it is, and I change my decision. All right, and that right there is juking an enemy player. He thinks I'm now coming from the right-hand side. Instead, I slide into the left. He's looking right. I miss my first couple of shots, and he doesn't react to me in time before I take him out. Literally still on 1 HP, but I've turned a situation that wasn't in my favor to being in my favor. This little split-second thing, I disappear for a second, and 90% of players, or players that potentially don't follow the same caliber of play, are going to go around that right-hand side to try and take him out because they don't want to take any shots. I could have made another situation and stayed behind the box, but then he could have pushed me and killed me from either side, and then I lose the favor of, the element of surprise. If I hide behind that box, he's then going to surprise me. I don't know which way he's going to come from. All right, this box here, that's right in front of us, similar to the crate or whatever it was, the stone standing that's in Shoot House, ends up being the savior for this clip. So I use this to my advantage. I pretend that I'm going this way, but instead I double take and end up going this way to give myself the advantage over the enemy player. So as we move to the clip, I've juked him, gone left instead of going right, slide in case he has switched. I shouldn't have shot there. That is bad on my part. I could have definitely have died, but I end up getting the scenario and getting the kill anyway. Now you could be using stims here to get your health back. I like to use quick fix. I've got my health back now anyway. I slide in, and I see an enemy directly in front of me. Now, once again, if we're going to refer back to quiet spots, right here, and right here are all danger spots. Also, office is not covered. There could easily be someone on the stairs, and there could even be someone down here or in this tunnel. There's about 5 different situations that could develop from here, and you just have to take it sometimes as it comes. But knowing the quiet spots and knowing that enemies could be potentially spawning there allows you to prepare for a situation and also move around accordingly as well. So I see this guy in front of me. Miss some shots as he goes around the corner. Now, at this point, I've changed to my MP5 because I know at this point I was also going for Damascus on my Renetti, which had no attachments at the time. So right here, it's going to be a little bit too far away from an enemy to kill me. I know I need to get my MP5 back out. I know I need to kill the enemy with the MP5. The Renetti is just not going to do it from that distance with the current attachments that I had. So knowing this situation, I move around this corner and use this block to defend me. All right, I go for the reload. Pray that I don't get jumped on. I drop down. I believe I crouch or drop to the floor. Yeah, there we go. So going completely down to the floor now. Waiting for an enemy to come. I pop dead silence in case I need to get up and go. And as mentioned, opportunity once again presents itself. Now, I'm not sure if it's just my gun was better than his at close range, but if I just lay there and try and kill him, he's going to kill me. If I lay there, the first thing that he's going to see is my head. So I know if I stay prone, I'm in a lot of, I've got a lot of problems. He's just gonna headshot me. He's gonna kill me. I need to get back up and I need to move. So not only do I stand up, but then I jump into shots and get some great hip fire shots and end up killing this guy here. Now, in my mind, the entire time, I know this guy's skin was not the same as the guy who I was shooting at around here. I know there's more enemies. Once again, quiet spot, quiet spot, quiet spot, quiet spot, and even behind me in office as well, and down this tunnel. Now, if there was someone down that tunnel, they probably would have chased me by now or killed me. So I know I need to move left. And I want to try and take out these guys who have either just spawned here or were here from our last engagement. So as I move around this corner, I'm looking for the guy who was originally shooting at. Scoping in as a just in case. Check to my right, don't see anybody. So once again, I move to my left to see the situation. And we have 2 enemies appear. Originally the first guy, and now another enemy's appeared here. All right, so I've got 18 bullets. So I have just about enough ammo to take the first guy out. All right, so let's see how I play out this scenario. So take out this guy. If this enemy was any more or any smarter to my left, he would have seen me there and took me out. And I'll use that I use that crate to my advantage to get around, and I jump shot into a pistol chase. Now, reminder that this Renetti doesn't even have attachments on it. It's as weak as it could possibly be, and I still ended up taking that guy out. All right, so as I'm moving around here, just one more quick explanation for you guys. I take this guy out with the MP5, and I know I'm not going to have enough time to reload after killing this guy. So we finish at exactly 8 bullets, which may not be enough to take this guy out. Now, I could have moved around the left-hand side here of this barrel, or I could have moved around the right. And I feel like I was in such a better situation to go around this right-hand side, do some sort of jump shot, and try and get the element of surprise. I've got this whole box covering my area now, and I know that I've got the situational advantage because I'm going to be the one jumping out to surprise this guy. I know exactly where he is. He doesn't know where I am because I've now gone behind the box, okay? So as we continue to move forward on the clip, I swap to my pistol. He's there. He tries to drop shot. I slide and jump while shooting at him the whole time. Now, his bullets could have gone underneath my feet. They could have gone to the side of me. But because I change elevations constantly, I'm making it so hard for this guy to try and take me out. And I end up getting rewarded with the kill. Okay, so as I take this guy out, once again, if we just show you, just while the whole clip is moving, change into the pistol, slide into a jump to change elevation, and I end up getting the takeout. I'm pretty sure he missed his last 2 bullets there, which ends up getting me the kill. So that whole situation, I've ended up getting a 5-piece, dominating the enemy spawn, all on my own, whilst controlling the area that I'm in, and now I've completely probably flipped the map or done something, I don't know, but we've ended up just taking out everybody in that situation on our own by using movement, strafing, and once again using the environment around us to get the kills and outplay the opponent. So let's run the clip at full speed so you guys can see it, and with the sound on as well to see how it happened in real time. Holy shit. Oh, what the fucking hell is going on, dude? See that Juke? Ends up working out. There's no way you just let me kill you there. Miss my shots. No, I need to reload as I'm being shot here. Bolts and holes. Dead silence. Jumped him. Even knew where I was as well. That's the funniest part about that kill. Situation. Look at that in real time. Holy shit. Absolute outplay. Ends up working in my favor. And we turn a potentially bad situation into an absolute masterpiece. All right, next one, we have Shoot House. And I call this the delayed finish because of how the clip works. All right, once again, let's have a look at situation. I have 2 teammates moving towards the HQ. I've got a teammate here that's looking left and a teammate in office that are looking here. Generally, behind me and to my left, potentially even to my right, maybe slightly covered. Now, obviously, scrapyard could be a little bit of a problem. We're going to, again, look at quiet spots. Right here, up here. This entire side of the map is not covered. Right? These are all quiet spots and could be presenting themselves as an issue. So with my situation, unless somebody was to rush me from middle or push me from here, I'm pretty sure I hear shots coming from my left. So I know I need to take out this guy on the left first, and then we'll see where I go from there. Okay, so let's roll into the clip and see what it is that I do. So I go around this corner, do see this guy, hit some really nice shots, jump in to make it hard for him to hit me. Pretty sure there's potentially at least 1 bullet to the head there. Now my teammates are taking out the point in front of me. I know that any enemy could be appearing from my left at any point. Grenade comes over, I believe, or a C4. And I've seen that enemy who's trying to climb up, and because he's now mounting, the situation is mine. When you mount, you can't shoot directly at the same time. That split second can get you killed. And that's exactly what happens here. I slide across jump across while hip firing in case he does start shooting me to get the situation. And I straight away switch to a pistol in case somebody else appears. So ever since I started using the Renetti, I've become way more dependent on the pistol, and it's really worked out in my favor. Now, arguably, I could have got shot from behind. Somebody could have pushed me from behind here as well, and there could be another enemy here. But I end up playing the situation out the way that I do, and I'll show you exactly what it is that I do over here. So I move forward. Pretty sure my enemies gives me the intel, or sorry, my teammate gives me the intel that there are people moving from the left, or spawning from left. So I've got my Renetti out at this point. I feel confident that I can take on an enemy with a shot. I continue to move forward and round. I do believe that there is a little bit of quiet point in here as well. So we haven't took anybody out yet. I reload because I know we've just seen and taken up the HQ. So if I'm going to talk about quiet spots again, once again, all around me, quiet spots, teammates have generally got the middle to the other side of the map covered, and scrapyard as well is completely empty, once again. So I'm thinking in my head, scrapyard is going to be somewhere where the enemy team could either be pushing or even spawning right now. So I want to make the push towards scrapyard and take control of this area. All right. So I'll have a look, make sure nobody's pushing from scrapyard. We're covered. I've seen we're just taking the HQ as well. So what I'll do is quickly scrape across the map Is there anyone pushing mid? There's not. Great. See, all my teammates are once again looking at the map at all times. What are my teammates doing? Where are they covering? They're all here, here, and here. Covering either the HQ, covering the left side, or covering the middle. Once again, nobody's really covering Scrapyard. So I know that my time is to push Scrapyard and help my team out by covering that area. Okay? So I make the move around. I want to go get Scrapyard covered, so I try and get that as quick as possible. Move around this corner. Looking around to see if there's any enemies here. Don't see anyone. Check my left. Nobody's there, which is a usual spot. Now, as I look around this corner, enemy appears from here. Take the first guy coming out, hitting some nice shots. Continue to move through Scrapyard to check if anyone else is here, because I've only just got to here. One more guy appears from their original spawn. And then as that happens, an enemy also appears from the left, which catches me slightly off guard and makes it so I have a very difficult situation to deal with. So as I kill this guy, you can see this enemy appear very, very, very quickly. So we wait to get into it. This is the guy. As I'm shooting this guy, I've got one eye on my left. I've seen this guy appear here. And by the time I've taken this guy out with 11 bullets, there's no way if I keep with my MP5 that I'm going to kill this guy as well. It's going to have to be, you guessed it, another pistol change for us to take this guy out. And let's see how I play the situation out. Kill this guy, pull my pistol and jump to potentially miss some of his bullets. Now, I don't know if he hit all his shots, and the Renette is just an absolute beast, but I managed to take this guy out at one burst, due to hitting some nice shots, bullet, and then jumping into it to a nice strafe, and it was only a chest shot as well. It wasn't even a headshot for that last guy. All right, so now we're going to watch this clip with some volume, and we're going to put it into full speed so you guys can see how it all played out. Here, bro. Grind for the new camera. What's that, Obsidian? Let's go, baby. Nice hip fire. Somebody does not play Warzone. You're damn right, baby. Multiplayer life. Nice to meet you, Neanderthal. What's up? Scouting out the how's it going? The quiet area here. Cross map. How you doing, my guy? Welcome in. Now I want to take control of Scrapyard. I don't really enjoy Warzone. First really, guy. Second. Not really a battle royale, and then jump. You know? See the situation. And there's the situation once again. Strafing, movement, knowing the map, knowing the area, and also keeping yourself protected by using your secondary and primary guns at all times. Make use of your classes. Secondary is so important. Once again, Captain Price, he taught us the way. All right, back in COD 4. Big up to Captain Price. All right, we're going to look at our, I believe, 5th clip before we go to our bonus clip now. And once again, we're going to diverge into the situation. It's only a 13-second clip. So I've got teammates behind me, teammate looking or moving towards mid, and I have my boy Merkin in the point here who's looking across. Nobody's really looking to the left. This area right here, quiet spot, quiet spot, quiet spot. This one to my left right here is where it needs covering, and I know that I need to move into this situation to cover it as my teammates are all busy covering other different things. So let's have a look and see how we start this clip up. So once again, this enemy is now pushing from here. I protect Merkin, take the shots, hear more shots coming from middle, go towards my teammate and slide into a drop shot to avoid the shots that are going towards my teammate because he does take him out, but he can't take me out. Now with Shipment, everything that I've taught you, or everything that I've said during this video is in double time. There is barely any time to reload at this point because an enemy could appear from so many different directions when it comes to Shipment. Once again, it's knowing the map, all right? So I've got teammates here. Most of the map is completely empty right now. I have no idea where anybody is. I don't even know if someone's in this crane. Somebody could come from here, someone can come from here, and someone can come from here. The chances of an enemy jumping on me right now are pretty high. So wanting to use the MP5 may not be the best, may not be the best scenario in this situation. So I changed my pistol to try and deal with any situation that may appear. As I go around this corner, I've got a teammate, my boy Fredo, throws a grenade to cover me. I've got a teammate who spawns in front of me. I'm smoked out from here, so nobody from my right can shoot at me unless they have thermals. While my teammate gets shot, I kill this enemy with the Renette, keep my teammate alive. Now, once again, looking at the situation, my teammate has turned around. He's now got this area covered, and my boys are over here, and we still have the point which is being contested. So there's at least one enemy there. This whole area up here is all quiet. It's all a dead spot. I need to move up there and try and take it out and have a look and see if there's any enemies spawning on that other side of the map. All right, so I take initiative. I move across here, use this spare potential second, I think, to reload, or should have reloaded. But again, I'm probably not sure if there's any enemies that appear, or either that or I did not see my ammo. Try to pop a couple of shots from all the enemies that spawn in that yellow container, miss my shots, and this is so important right here. See this double juke? Make him think I'm going to go one way and go the other, and then just get a nice one pop on him. Now I'm going to play this one slowly, because I've not done this in any other clip. This container to my left plays a massive part in this clip, all right? So have a look and see what happens as we roll through the rest of this clip. I missed my shots here. This guy I've seen who was just looking at me right there. So let's rewind it back in case you don't see him. This guy right here is a massive threat right now. He's gonna take me out if I stay where I am. I know there are a couple of barrels right here to my right. I may not make it there in time. I know I've got this container directly to my left. My first thought is I need to get behind this container. I need to turn the situation from a disadvantage to an advantage. And that's exactly what I do. All right, so I swap to my pistol because I'm not gonna have enough time to reload. Pretend to go left. Show myself. I can see the enemy here. So he could potentially start shooting at me right now. Now, I could have either slid, maybe moved away, or slid into a jump shot behind this barrel to take him out. Either way, I could have gone down that route as well. But I end up going with a double juke, and it makes it look for a really nice clip, and then move back around, jump shot to get the maximum strafe distance, and take him out, one bursting him to death. That jump shot pushes me as far away from that barrel at the time, and unless this guy's got really good tracking, I turn a situation that was really bad into one that was really good. All right, so let's have a look at that clip and see how it plays out in full speed and with volume as well. And that last kill right there looks absolutely beautiful in full speed. Are you from Knots? Are you from Knots, bro? Just look how beautiful this looks right here. Look at this double juke, look. 1, 2, bang. Oh. And again, I make the reactional noise because I know exactly what I've just done. And it just feels so good when you pull that off. All right, guys, we're going to bring you guys into the bonus clip. All right, this one is an absolute tear with the Renetti and the Uzi, and just showing you how we can turn an absolute diabolical situation into something fantastic. So we're going to start this once again slow, and we're going to have a look at the situation. All right, enemies behind us, or sorry, teammates behind us, covering that, generally the right-hand side. I know we've got A, I know we've got B. I'm not sure if we've got C. I can't quite see it right now, but I know this area in front of me is a quiet spot. Enemies could be on the right, enemies could be in front of me, enemies could be in the middle, and they could even be on top mid. So I'm going to try and use the cover of this map and this barrel that's right here to my left to make my plays. All right, and as we continue to move forward through the clip, you'll see exactly what it is that I do. So I use this cover, head glitching very slightly, looking across the map. This is, this is demolition, sorry, not domination. So do some nice jump shots. Who's happy that demolition's back, by the way? I'm buzzing about that. Absolutely buzzing. Generally know that enemies are going to be in the top corner of the map. So I go for the nade, because once again, it is a quiet spot, and that nade was thrown across there because I know that's where the enemies are potentially spawning. Now, I see the teammate spawn here, which makes me feel like enemies are not going to be directly around this corner, but could be anywhere from this container and further right in the map. Okay? So as we continue to move this forward, I'm still a little bit cautious to this right-hand side. There could still be someone here. Look around this corner, don't see anybody. As I sprint forward, an enemy appears, and I have to make this play extremely, extremely quickly. Now, I jump, manage to get behind him, and jump up in the air whilst originally ADSing and then hip firing kill with the Uzi. As we spoke about before, if you've seen the TikToks, or if you see the Uzi feature class guide that's going to be coming up soon, you'll notice that the Uzi is one of the best hip fire guns in the game. I've gone for a situation where we end up being pretty much face to face, and because of my movement, I've jumped up, got behind him, and ended up getting the headshot for the kill. Now, this is where it all gets a little bit crazy. All right? I know I've just killed this guy, and I took out another guy previously. This corner up here is going to be hectic at some point. Unless they've pushed for A, this area to my left is going to be very, very, very dangerous. And I know there could be a lot of enemies here, and just watch and see the chaos that emerges from the rest of this clip. So I run around here, 17 bullets. I think that I'm okay. I think there potentially could be 1 or 2 enemies here. There's 1, and there's 2. Straight away, I've got to deal with 2 people looking directly at me. How am I going to deal with the situation? Well, I hit with a nice shots. The first guy drop in, and then jump behind the container as a 3rd guy appears. If I stand where I'm at, exactly right there, I am dead. So towards the end of that clip, you'll know, or the end of that play, you'll notice that there are 3 people in this situation. There's no way if I stand here, I'm going to survive this situation. I'm going to die after 1. We've got 1 here, we've got 1 here, and we've got 1 who's just about to appear in the clip as well. I've got to use this container to my advantage, or I'm literally dead. All right, so as I'm shooting, hip firing, move behind the container, see that I've got 2 bullets left, and if I even attempt to reload it, there's no way I'm going to get out of this situation. I'm literally dead. So the Renetti is going to have to make a big part in this clip, and it does. All right, take out this guy with my last 2 bullets. Get very, very fortunate with the last 2 bullets here. All right, now this guy, I'm not sure how he didn't kill me, misses his shots, and once again, I use this wall to my left to block out the enemy that's there. So I've now isolated this guy away from this guy, and I'm in a situation where I've gone from a 1v3 to taking out the first guy to a 1v1v1, okay? So as we remove the arrows and look at how the rest of the scenario plays up, I've used this container to my left. I've got this little choke point now. Anybody who comes round this corner, either of these two guys right here, are going to take spray from my Renetti. Whether I aim in or don't aim in, I've now cut a bad situation to something that's in my advantage. I know how badly they want to kill me. It was a 3v1, and they should definitely take me out here. But I've gone from being in a situation where I'm in the open to where I am right now behind this wall, where if they want to kill me, they're going to have to push me. There's no situation about it. And what I do is I just spray in a forward direction and then look at the payout. We end up killing the first guy. I've dropped to the floor and I keep spraying and keep spraying. I know he's going to push me. Move around slightly around that corner, and as he actually ends up trying to back out, but I've got him cornered there. So whatever he does, whether he stays in this corner, whether he backs out, whether he pushes me, I'm the one who's cut the gap now, and I'm constantly spraying, so the situation is in my favor. So watching that one back into full speed, I love this clip so much. You're going to see how nuts this clip actually looks in real time with the audio on as well. All right, check it out. Maybe. Take out that guy, throw across the spawn. I'm enjoying playing some demo right now. Shoot this guy. Lord, look how crazy this all happens. Look, 3 people, use the wall, drop, swap into Renetti, use that, and dead end. Absolute carnage. Love it. Probably one of my favorite, like I said, one of my favorite clips right now. Love how I've used the area, love how I've used the walls in that container that's directly in front of me to make a situation where I definitely should have been dead to a situation where I end up getting a nice 3-piece between the Uzi and the Renetti. All right, guys, that brings us up to our final clip. We tried to be as in-depth as possible today, really focusing on strafing, movement, and also looking at the situation of the different maps and the environment and how you can use the environment around you to support you. At the time of filming this clip, we were just about to hit, I believe, 1.5k on YouTube. So thank you so much for all of your support. Things are going absolutely fantastic right now. I cannot say enough how much I appreciate it. If you did enjoy the video today, please hit that subscribe button. If you guys have got any constructive feedback for the Snapshot series or for any other series at all, please also post them down in the comments. Let me know if this series has helped you become a better player at all, and let me know if you've taken anything away from watching this. Take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.